at it again, and oh boy, the Wolves have come out for Scott Pressler. Yeah, the guy who has done some phenomenal work, somebody that I've shouted out 1,000 times. You guys know, you probably got tired of hearing me mention Scott Pressler, but I didn't care. Scott was doing some fantastic work out here, and he deserves a whole lot of credit. I mean, this guy literally moved to Pennsylvania to ensure that he could flip counties red. And he did. He did. He was registering so many people. He was flipping counties red. And now the mainstream media and Democrats have caught on, so much so that they've made a hit piece on this man. Yeah, I'm so serious. The guy's just out here just registering voters, and they don't like it very much. But before we get into that, if you aren't familiar with Scott Pressler, I want to play this clip for you. This is an old clip that went absolutely viral. With that being said, let's dive in.
Why are illegal immigrants more important than Americans? I'd like to hear an answer.
That's Scott Pressler.
Why are illegal immigrants more important than homeless people sleeping on the streets? Why do we, in one of the biggest economies here in California, take care of illegal immigrants, but our people are sleeping on the streets? I'd like to hear an answer to that. Why? Nobody can ever answer that question. Why don't people put American citizens first, but illegal immigrants get everything? And I hope you post this. I want this to go viral because I give a damn and I care about my community. My dad is a retired Navy captain. He served our country honorably. My grandfather is a retired Navy captain, and I'm doing my part to help our country because I give a damn and I'm going to fight for it. And I am 100% voting for Donald Trump on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. The Democrat Party does not put our people first. They put sanctuary cities first. They put illegal aliens first. They tax us. They tax our water. You can't even do laundry and shower on the same day. While Nancy Pelosi is getting hundreds of thousands of dollars, robbing our pockets, not doing anything for our people, not passing legislation, passing out pens like they're candy. Meanwhile, President Trump is signing United States-Mexico-Canada agreement, and he's signing trade deals, and he's cutting our taxes, and he's securing the border, and he's putting our veterans first. I am proud of President Trump, and I am voting for him because he's putting the American people first, period.
I'm afraid did that answer
Thank
the question?
you. Thank you. 2020,
by the way,
register to vote and vote. Thank you.
Scott Pressler for you, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Pressler. And it looks like this was from 2022, but I think it might even be a little bit older than that. Okay, so that's an older clip. But let's get into the hit piece that CNN made on Scott Pressler. And let me tell you this. It's trash. It's weak sauce. It is. I'm just saying. But they did make a whole 6-minute hit piece. Let's check it out.
Tonight, quote, "The Amish delivered." Those are the words of a man few people know, but a man who was key to Donald Trump's win in Pennsylvania. The controversial conservative activist Scott Pressler, who's involved in the group Gays for Trump.
How is he controversial?
A vocal election denier, goes by the Twitter handle The Persistence. He helped deliver that all-important must-win state for Trump, in large part by focusing on, as he says, the Amish, frat guys, and hunters, among other groups. And Pressler, as our Ellie Reeve reports, is just getting started.
Everybody just big smile and look cute. Okay. Cheese. Cheese.
Scott Pressler is the kind of political figure only possible in the Trump era, going from social media influencer to actual proximity to power. Scott! Pressler is taking credit.
Social media influencer to proximity to power. You see how they word things? Controversial figure. Scott Pressler could only do this during a Trump era, going from social media influencer to close to power. Huh? All right.
Credit for turning Pennsylvania red. He created a PAC, Early Vote Action, to register voters and targeted the Amish, frat guys, hunters, and other groups. His PAC got a $1 million donation from Elon Musk.
So Walk us through how you do it.
When I tell the Amish that they can vote a private, secret ballot that is mailed to their house and they don't have to have their buggy seen going to a polling location, they love the mail-in ballot.
But a lot of people sort of come up as social media influencers and then they fizzle out. And you actually, took the opportunity and started doing something quantifiable.
He was at the Capitol on January 6th and at Trump's return to the scene of his near assassination in Butler.
President Trump took a bullet for us.
Last week, Pressler was in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, because of a controversy over what ballots would be counted in the Senate recount. A frustrated county commissioner had said some misdated and unsigned ballots would be counted despite the rules.
If I violate this law, it's because I want a court to pay attention to it.
This went very viral, in part because of Pressler. She apologized at the next meeting.
The passion in my heart got the best of me, and I apologize again for that.
Arrest her. Lock her up. I don't care if you apologize after the fact. Nah, stand on business. Don't stand up there. Oh, I don't care if it breaks the law because I want it to be paid attention. Oh, we paying attention now. Stand on business. Stand on it. See, what I think happened was she realized that Republicans ain't playing around this time. So now she tried to come out and apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just having. No. Lock her up. Lock her up. Throw her in jail. Throw her in jail. She broke the law. Put her behind bars. The same way one of us would have if we would have gotten up there and broken the law too. All right? I don't care if she got up there and apologized and got all teary-eyed. Don't care. Go to prison. See ya.
I made a mistake.
But by then, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court had ruled those ballots wouldn't be counted. Pressler and his fans had won. Yet they turned out anyway, and the room had a kind of intense vibe.
Do you think the 2020 election was stolen?
It definitely was stolen.
Okay, so can you explain something to me? Why, if they can steal an election, why would they steal it once but not this year?
Because people were on to them. The divisions in the Democrats made it very hard for them to try and steal it again.
Thank you to every single patriot that showed up today. I think what you heard today is the frustration of people that have been told they are election deniers, and here we have a sitting commissioner that's an election denier, and we have a currently sitting Senator Bob Casey that is also an election denier, and it's almost karmic. And yes, that's why in part we were here to take a victory lap. We won, and we did it fair and square.
If we take that commissioner's words in the worst possible light, let's say she truly meant rules don't apply and she could count ballots that shouldn't be counted, she still failed to steal the election.
Did you see how she tried to phrase that? Let's take it in the worst possible light. No, just let's take it for what she said. She advocated for breaking the law. She said she was going to break the law. There's no other way to interpret that. She said, well, let's take it for the worst possible way. She still failed. I don't care if she failed. She tried. She tried. Just because, and I know I'm about to go a little extreme with this, but just because you try to pine box someone, you guys know what I mean. I'm gonna try to keep it PG here. Just because you try to put somebody 6 feet in the dirt and you failed, doesn't mean you just all of a sudden are just, you just free to go. Like, that's still attempted. Like, you still made an attempt. You still go to prison. Well, Your Honor, I missed. I failed. I didn't, pew pew. I missed. But you still attempted. Come on in here, sit down. Click clank. But you see the ridiculous arguments that they try to make with some of this stuff. That's what I mean, man. This hit piece is trash. It's garbage.
Right? Like, you guys still won Pennsylvania and Bucks County. So help me reconcile that with your past, with the Stop the Steal movement in 2020. Like, why could it have been stolen once but not a second time?
Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. If we let them get away with doing this now, they'll do it in 2026, they'll do it in 2028. This was us peacefully putting our feet down and saying, no, enough is enough, and we're not going to allow you to do illegal and unlawful actions. And we're going to hold you accountable.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Cheese.
Watch what she says in a second.
I noticed that when you urge people to action,
Yes.
you often include the word
Peacefully.
Is that to avoid another Jan 6 type incident?
Oh, buddy. Kind of interesting how they admitted after the election, and I don't even think she realized what she just said. Is that to avoid another Jan 6? So you're admitting that you know Trump said that during J6. Because why would you automatically go back to J6 because he says peaceful? I don't know. To me, that's like an admission of, like, she knows Trump said that. But, you know, I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Let me know.
With all due respect, it's to avoid people like you guys saying that I'm anything but. My motto is to just be super cute, have my data and facts, treat everyone with love and respect, and as you can see, an army of people will follow.
And it was a small army, which included followers of a Korean church led by rapper King Bullethead.
So when you were up there speaking, it almost seemed like you were taking a bit of a victory lap for turning Pennsylvania and this county red.
Absolutely. A lot of people questioned our voter registration. They said, Scott, flipping Bucks County to a plurality of registered Republicans, that's not going to translate into results. And yes, a little bit of the victory lap was here to say that for the first time since 1988, we flipped this county and it voted for President Trump. It's kind of, saying to people, no, we're the real deal.
Pressler first got attention in 2017 when he worked for an anti-Muslim group and organized marches against Sharia, despite there being no Sharia law in America. He was also involved with Gays for Trump.
You described yourself as a data guy.
Yes.
But early in your career, you were more of kind of like a social issues, culture war guy, like Gays for Trump or Act for America. Can you tell me?
Why'd they bring up Gays for Trump as if, like, that's supposed to be like a hit piece on him? Like, she mentioned that right after she mentioned that he was marching against Sharia law. He also was with Gays for Trump. As if we're going to stop supporting the man because he's gay. I don't agree with his actions, but that doesn't mean I hate the man. I love Scott Pressler. I owe that man a beer. I owe him a dinner. The party and the side, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. It's kind of ironic it's coming from Democrats, right? Y'all realize that? It's kind of ironic that, it's coming from Democrats that she tried to smear the man for being gay. We knew Scott was gay. Like, he's made that clear in the past. So what are you talking about? Just because you're just now realizing that doesn't mean we didn't already know that. Doesn't mean anything. We like Scott Pressler. We rocking with Scott Pressler. Sheesh. These people, man. The nerve. The nerve. But they accuse us of hating everybody. But she tried to, like, smear that man just a second ago. Okay. Tell
me about that shift in your career.
I have grown in how I approach politics. I see my work and my evolution in politics as I laid a foundation, and now I am meticulously building on that an esoteric understanding of how politics is going to win elections, focusing on demographic groups, get them registered, get them mobilized, get them out to vote.
Twice, RNC officials have indicated they would hire him, but it hasn't worked out. Still, he's built a loyal fan base.
Have you spoken to President Trump since the election?
I've spoken to Laura Trump.
What'd she say?
Our conversations out of respect to her and the Trump family are private, but she was congratulatory.
And what about Elon Musk?
I think he's a wonderful human being.
Have you talked to him since the election?
We've messaged. Okay. Nothing consequential.
God save America, hallelujah.
You saw how she tried to, like, have you talked to these people? They always mentioned that they were going to hire Scott, but it just never worked out. Like, she's trying to turn Scott Pressler against Republicans. Hey, I've had some private conversations, and it's none of your darn business. None of your business. And the crazy part is, Democrats had folks like Scott Pressler. They had folks like Elon Musk, like Joe Rogan. They failed. They failed miserably. And now they're trying to make hit pieces on people like Scott Pressler. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on. Really? Really? And they wanted to mention that the man is gay as if that was supposed to be like some type of hit piece or something. Like, oh my goodness. That's just wild, man. That's wild. I told y'all the hit piece was trash. Absolutely weak sauce. Weak sauce. Garbage. The weakest hit piece that I've ever seen in my life. The weakest. The weakest. But hey, they understand Scott Pressler is a big figure in the Republican Party. They see it. They understand it. He's a powerful figure in the Republican Party. And so, of course, they got to smear him. They got to smear him. They can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. Big shout out to Scott Pressler, man. If you're watching this, whenever we meet up, I owe you a drink. I owe you dinner, something, because once again, Scott Pressler, man, golly, he did some fantastic work, man. Some fantastic work. Fantastic work. And as he said before, job's not finished. So if you guys want to get involved with Scott Pressler or his pact, here, I'm gonna put it on the screen for y'all once again. Here is his Twitter account, X account, at Scott Pressler right there. You can follow. Okay. Here is his pact right here as well, where you can go and follow him there as well. And I highly encourage you guys to do so. I mean, like I said before, the guy's been doing some fantastic work. This is one of the true guys that backs his words up with actions. And I'll be the first to admit, Scott Pressler should be getting all of the credit. I mean, I appreciate a lot of you guys, giving me some credit, but it's people like Scott Pressler who deserve credit, okay? Because, once again, he was putting actions behind his words. He was out here in the streets, getting things done, and, I got the utmost respect for that. I mean, the guy literally moved to Pennsylvania to flip counties and ensure that Trump won, and that is exactly what he did. So, once again, big shout out to Scott Pressler, man. Make sure you guys follow him. Like I said, if you need to pause, go ahead and pause. I'll go back to his original account. So, if you guys need to pause it so you can type that in and give him a follow. All right? Let him know we love him. Let him know we appreciate him. And let's continue to fight. Peace and love. I'm out.